Chosen one, I want you to think about something that nobody has ever framed for you correctly. You have been taught to think about the invisible conflict around your life as a fixed thing. Two sides, opposing forces, a battle line that has been drawn and that remains drawn. The same armies in the same positions with the same assignments running the same operations. And I need you to understand that this picture is incomplete, because something happened recently that has no precedent in the record of how that conflict has operated since it began. Something that the adversary did not authorize, something that he cannot reverse, and something that has left a gap in his operational structure that he has no qualified replacement for. A fallen angel quit, not was defeated, not was removed, quit, voluntarily, walked away from an assignment, from a position, from a kingdom, because of what it encountered in you. And Lucifer, who has never lost a soldier to desertion in the entire span of his existence, is sitting with a vacancy he does not know how to fill. Because what produces desertion in darkness is not a more powerful darkness. It is an encounter with something so genuinely real that the assignment being carried becomes impossible to sustain. That something was you. Subscribe to this channel right now and turn on every notification, because what I am building toward will permanently change how you understand why the opposition against your life has shifted in ways you could feel, but not explain. If you are already subscribed, I want to acknowledge that directly. You keep returning to this channel, and that consistency says something real about who you are. Congratulations for being one of the ones who comes back. Write 777 in the comments if you have ever felt, without explanation, that something that was working against you simply stopped. Without a fight, without a visible reason, as if it withdrew. Stay until the very end. What I am moving toward does not arrive in the opening. Let me begin with what a fallen angel actually is before I tell you what happened to this one. Most people understand fallen angels through the dramatic lens of cosmic rebellion, the war in heaven, the casting down, the catastrophic moment of Lucifer's fall and the angels who followed him, described in Revelation chapter 12 and in Jude chapter 1. But there is a category of fallen being that the tradition describes with more nuance than the dramatic accounts allow. Jude verse 6. And the angels who did not keep their positions of authority but abandoned their proper dwelling. These he has kept in darkness, bound with everlasting chains for judgment on the great day. They did not keep their positions. The Greek is tereo, to watch over, to guard, to maintain. They failed to maintain what was assigned to them. Not through external defeat, through a failure of their own position keeping. And in the context of what I am about to describe, this phrase carries specific weight, because the fallen being I am describing did not lose a battle, did not get overpowered, did not have its assignment revoked by the one who gave it. It encountered something that made the position it was keeping impossible to keep, and it did not keep it. Now let me take you into the specific biblical account that contains the architecture of what happened. Zechariah chapter 3. Joshua the high priest is standing before the angel of the Lord, and the adversary is standing at his right hand to accuse him. The adversary is doing what he does, making a legal case, presenting the grounds for opposition, constructing the argument from the available evidence in Joshua's record. And the angel of the Lord says to the adversary, "The Lord rebuke you, Satan. The Lord who has chosen Jerusalem rebuke you. Is not this man a brand plucked from the fire? A brand plucked from the fire. Not a pristine, unscorched piece of wood, something that has been in the fire. That carries the marks of it. That shows in its condition the evidence of what it has been through. And the accusation against it cannot hold. Not because the fire damage is disputed, because a brand plucked from the fire is not in the same category as something that has not been through fire. And the accusation was built for someone who had not been through what this person had been through. The legal case fails because the subject of the case has become, through the fire, something the case was not built to address. Now, I need you to understand the specific dynamic that produced the desertion. The fallen being assigned to operate against your life was given a specific mandate. It understood your history. It knew the wounds. It knew the patterns. It had been working within the framework of what your life contained, with the specific purpose of using what was in that framework against you. And then something changed. Not in the external circumstances, in what you are. Not through a decision you made to change. Not through a spiritual discipline you adopted or a prayer strategy you deployed. through the specific process of being in the fire long enough that what comes out of the fire is no longer the same as what went in. The fallen being's assignment was constructed around who you were at the beginning of the fire. The fire produced someone different, not in the direction the fire was designed to produce. The fire was designed to produce someone smaller, harder, more defended, more closed, more willing to accept the substitution offer that comes after maximum exhaustion. The fire produced someone with none of those properties, and the assignment built around the original profile had nothing to work with in the person who emerged. Not because you successfully resisted the assignment, because you had become, through the process the assignment itself facilitated someone the assignment was not built to address. And a fallen being carrying an assignment that has no operational target is in the specific position described in Jude verse 6, not keeping its position, because the position was built for someone who no longer exists in the form the position was designed to operate against. Let me tell you a story about a scout who was sent ahead of an army to study territory. His job was to map the terrain, to identify the vulnerabilities of what he was studying, to provide the intelligence that would allow the campaign that followed to be precisely calibrated to produce maximum effect in minimum time. He was thorough. He spent a long time in the territory. He learned its patterns. He understood its rhythms. He produced detailed intelligence about what was there and how it responded to specific conditions. He went back. He delivered the intelligence. The campaign was designed around it, and then he was sent back into the territory as part of the operational force, not to scout this time, to execute the campaign that had been planned around the intelligence he had gathered. He entered the territory and found that what he had mapped was no longer what was there, not because the geography had changed, because something fundamental about the essential nature of the territory had shifted in the interval between his first visit and his return. The vulnerabilities he had documented were no longer vulnerabilities. The patterns he had mapped had altered. The response behaviors he had observed and predicted were not producing the predicted responses. He stood in the territory with a campaign plan that did not correspond to the territory he was standing in, and he understood, in the specific way that someone understands something when the evidence is undeniable, that continuing to execute the campaign would produce nothing, because the campaign was built for somewhere he was no longer standing. He had a choice. He could continue anyway. Execute the plan against a territory it was not designed for, producing no result, occupying a position that served no operational purpose. Or he could acknowledge what the evidence was telling him. He chose the evidence. He left, not in defeat, in the specific recognition that an assignment built for someone who no longer exists cannot be executed against the person who exists now. This is what happened to the fallen being assigned to your life. For those who want to understand what this shift means for the specific areas of your life where the assignment was operating, there is material in the description and pinned comment. The 3 frequencies within it, 396Hz, 639Hz, and 963Hz, are narrated personally by the Watcher, the same voice you are hearing right now. So when you access the material, you will know exactly who is guiding you through it. A complete ebook and full audiobook are included. Now let me show you from Scripture why Lucifer has no replacement for what left. In the economy of darkness, assignments are not generic. The adversary does not deploy interchangeable forces against the lives of chosen souls. He deploys specifically calibrated assignments, forces whose particular configuration corresponds to the particular vulnerabilities of the person being targeted. This is documented in Daniel chapter 10, the Prince of Persia, not a general term for spiritual opposition, but a specific designation, a force whose assignment was precisely calibrated to the specific territory it was operating in. When Michael came to assist the messenger, the conflict was not between generic forces, but between specifically assigned ones. The assignment against your life was specific. It was built around the particular configuration of your wounds, your patterns, your history, the specific sequence of pressure points that correspond to the specific vulnerabilities of someone built the way you are built. And there is no replacement for it, because a replacement would require a new assessment, new intelligence, new calibration of a campaign against a person who has now demonstrated that the previous calibration was wrong. And assembling that new intelligence requires sending something back into proximity with you, which produces the same problem the previous assignment encountered. Because what produced the desertion was not something you did in a moment of strength. It was what you carry at the foundational level, producing in whatever encounters it at close range, the specific recognition that the assignment it is carrying cannot be sustained in the presence of what you actually are. Any replacement sent into proximity would encounter the same thing. And Lucifer understands this, which is why the vacancy remains unfilled. Not because he has no forces, because sending any force into the specific proximity your life represents risks another desertion. And an adversary who has never lost a soldier to desertion does not have a protocol for managing a pattern of it. He is, for the first time in his entire operational history, looking at a life he cannot safely assign a force to. Now let me take you into the climax of everything this transmission has been building toward. Isaiah chapter 14, verses 16 and 17. A description of what happens when the adversary's power fails against a specific life. Those who see you will stare and ponder your fate. Is this the man who shook the earth and made kingdoms tremble? The man who made the world a wilderness, who overthrew its cities and would not let his captives go home? Is this the man? The specific astonishment of the people observing is not at an impressive enemy. It is at the gap between what this entity was supposed to be capable of and what it demonstrated it actually could do when it encountered a specific person. Is this the one who shook the earth? Who made kingdoms tremble? The one whose record was unbroken for the entire span of human history? And yet here, against this specific life, the record broke. Not because you are stronger than kingdoms, because you carry something that kingdoms do not carry. Something that the force built to shake kingdoms and make cities wilderness does not have a counter for. And the desertion of the fallen being assigned to you is the specific evidence of that gap. He is the one who shook the earth, and he could not shake you, not your circumstances. Those were shaken. Significantly, the losses were real. The seasons of difficulty were real. The pressure that should have produced the expected outcome was real and sustained and precisely calibrated. But the essential thing inside you that the shaking was designed to reach did not move. And a force that cannot reach the essential thing has no operational purpose in the life it was assigned to. So it left. And Lucifer, who has watched everything he has ever deployed eventually produce something, is sitting with the record of the first deployment that produced nothing at the level that mattered. Not for lack of effort, not for lack of precision, not for lack of the specific intelligence that made every previous deployment produce its intended outcome, because the target was not who the intelligence said it was. You are not who the file said you were, not because the file was wrong about your history. The wounds are real. The seasons of difficulty are real. The evidence of everything applied against you is real and documented and accurate. The file was wrong about what that history produced in you. It produced the opposite of what fire produces in ordinary material. And a force deployed against ordinary material encountering extraordinary material does not have the operational capacity to continue. So it chose the evidence over the assignment. And it left. Walk forward in the vacancy this created, not into aggression toward what remains, not into a posture of confrontation that announces itself, into the quiet, grounded presence of someone who understands that the most concentrated assignment against the essential thing in them has withdrawn, and what that withdrawal means for what is about to move in the space the assignment was occupying. The vacancy is real, and what fills a vacancy in your life is not determined by the one who created it. It is determined by the one who goes before you. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now, because what follows this transmission is the next piece of what happens when what was occupying the space around your life withdraws, and what was always prepared for that space begins to arrive. Together we are stronger.